up, 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 up. Then you can make the choice to go back, but it's coming from that place of lift into the more possible. My whole mission is to help people remember who they really are. And that takes yoga from on the mat, asanas, you know, the postures, the pranayama, the meditation. But the real important thing is like, what are they doing off the mat? How can the yoga class that they do today in my class apply directly to their lives? You can't mess up in my class. You cannot do anything wrong. There's no judgments. I take anybody, whoever you are, whether you've had yoga, whether you're a beginner right off the street, or whether you've been taking class for years and years and years. I believe that every class that comes together is exactly the right people. It's exactly the people that are supposed to be there on that day. I teach a flow-based class. I use intelligent sequencing called Vinyasa Krama. We definitely work with the energetics. What I like to do is I like to take you where you are, and we work from there. So the first question we ask ourselves when we walk into my yoga class is, where am I? Who am I? And from there we find the answer. Because once we know where we are, then we can figure out the most direct way of getting where you want to be. After you've been taking my class for a while, you'll know it's working because a few things are going to happen. One, you're going to feel more joyful. Two, you're going to have less fear. You're going to feel like, yeah, I just want to go do that thing. I want to just go be that person. I just want to be who I am. I'm excited about bringing myself to the table. You know, you're a unique spice. And without your spice, this whole soup of life would be incomplete. You'll also notice that gap between, I would like to have this, and oh wow, I have this, that gets shorter and shorter and shorter until bing.
I have always been a very rigid practitioner of yoga. I've always approached it with the attitude that it needs to be difficult and I need to be sweating. Jean has always emphasized effortlessness in her classes, as well as being a little bit more quote-unquote flexible about the way that you approach yoga. She doesn't always follow the rules necessarily.
We're doing our yoga practice in here. You know, we want to feel that space.
One thing that she did that was different than everybody else was after Shavasana, we would do breathing, pranayama afterwards. And so for some reason that really drew me in. I really liked the way I felt after her classes.
Jean had a special perspective on yoga that was more mystical than most that I had experienced over the last 17 years.
It wasn't just about chaturanga, up dog, down dog. It wasn't about having, you know, awesome yoga arms. It wasn't about rocking out to music. It was about me. It was about how I was feeling.
I've brought best friends who've never done yoga, and my boyfriend who doesn't do yoga but is very physically fit, and they can come to yoga class with me and enjoy it and get just as much out of it as I can.
If you take my class, you're taking it for real, and you will change. So if you want to transform, come to my class.